we're going to look at solving quadratic equations using the quadratic formula. Most guys call it bulldozer. So this is what we mean by the quadratic formula. This up here, that's what we call the quadratic formula. So you guys are asking, what is the A, what is the B, what is the C? So basically this is the equation we are going to solve. That is the equation the quadratic equation we are going to solve. So A is the coefficient of x squared, which is A, which is this. So we go to B. We shall just be substituting whatever is there. So B is the coefficient of x, which is this, which is the gundi what, the 3x, sorry, which is the 3x, which is the 3x, sorry. Then we go to C, which is the constant, the 2, which is the constant. Have you guys understood? So whatever is here in the equation will be substituted in this quadratic formula in order to get the answers that we need. Okay guys, so let's start. Okay, let's start with our equation. This is our x. Rubbing us too much. So let's take it like that. That is the quadratic equation is x squared plus 3x minus 2, which is our coefficient. Yeah, which is our coefficient. So let's go. Our task is to get y. Okay, let's go. So we rewrite that whole quadratic formula while subtracting everything that is supposed to be in there. So let's go. X is equal to minus b. What is our b? 3x is our b. Have you understood, guys? 3x is our b. So in the place of b, we substitute with 3 plus or minus. Then we put back the sign. You understand? Yeah. And again we go back to b squared, which is our 3. So we are going to square the 3. We are squaring this 3. We are squaring the 3. Then minus 4. Then a is this, our minus the coefficient of x squared. So which is any letter you see, it actually means a 1. You understand? So we are going to multiply that. So we put a small bracket, which is a 1, and a small bracket to cover it. So then c is our constant, which is a 2. Okay, which is a 2. Introduce a small bracket, which is a 2, and actually this time it's a negative 2 because there is a sign before the constant, so it will actually be negative 2. negative 2. We'll put bracket. Yeah. So we go back to 2 multiplied by our a. Our a, which is the constant of x squared, which is a 1. You understand? Yeah. So let's go solving each one by one. Okay, let's go. After squaring 3 squared, which will actually be plus or minus. So after squaring the 9, the 3, we get a 9. We continue. So negative 4 multiplied by 1, which will actually be our but to understand it properly, we have to ignore the sign at the moment. So multiply the 4 multiplied by the 1, which is a 4, then a 4 multiplied by negative 2. What do you get? We get negative 8. In order to get the right answer, we have to first ignore the sign after the coefficient of b. After the coefficient of b squared, you understand? In order to get the right results. Yeah. So over 2. Yeah, don't mind my handwriting like that. So after doing that, we go, so 9 minus negative 7, negative 8. We actually get a 17. 17. 17. Go back. 3 plus or minus. Okay. Out of 2. Yeah. We continue. So after doing that, so what's the square root of 17? You understand? Yeah. Okay. Let me first rub. Okay, let's rub all this. Yeah. Okay. Remember our last statement. Our last statement was negative 3 plus or minus. Yeah. So it was 17 on top out of a 2. So what's the square root of 17? So the square root of 17 is let me check my calc. So the square root of 17 is 4.1 2 4.12 out of 2. 4.12 out of 2. We don't forget that we have 3 sorry, don't have to forget that we have 3 plus or minus So then what we are actually supposed to do, sorry, we forgot a 2 down. So 2 down. So our next step is we are going to try out both the signs with our negative 3. We either do negative 3 plus 4.12 out of a 2. Then our next step will either our next optional answer will either be negative 3 minus 4.12 out of a 2. So that is it. So we continue. So let me bring it this side. So this is what we're going to do. So it will either be negative 3 plus 4.12 1 2 out of 2. You understand? Or it will either the answer that we get here is, let me check my calculator. So the answer we are getting here is 0.56. So our first answer is 0.56. That's our first answer. Our next answer will either be, we do it with a negative 3 minus 4.12 out of 2. So let me get my calculus very fast. So our answer will be 3.56. So these are both our answers. This or this. So that's how we use the bulldozer method. Yeah, a lot of people say my work is disorganized. It's all about following the right procedure. So in math, it's all about practice. So you can actually try out with other quadratic equations. So don't forget to like and subscribe.